All right, we're back with 1000 times resist. We should cleanly finish the game here. We're on chapter 9. Let's see what we're doing.
This station is huge.
I've got idle games running in the background, so that's why we're chatting about that.
BB.
Hmm?
I'm here if you need me.
How you doing, healer?
Hey, how are you holding up?
Huh. Come to pick on me? I wanted off that train. But walking all the way? This is more exercise than I've done in years. Honestly, I'm more worried about BB. She's not taking this well.
I could talk to her.
I wouldn't.
What is this place?
Fixer told me about it once. Said she found it while she was on the run, hiding on the tracks. Don't know much else.
The Jows, Chris, and the others. Are they meeting us here?
They better be.
Oh, I made a change to my noise gate. I haven't changed it in like 10 years. So if y'all notice any clipping with the mic, if it cutting out, please let me know. I'm trying to fix that from last episode.
On those tracks.
Very much a Jenga tower that I don't want to mess with, but
Me? I thought I would be relieved that we don't have to take care of her
thank you.
anymore. That her suffering is over.
Sad.
Don't worry. I'll be fucked up later. Just wait and see.
I'm here if you need me.
Well, after everything Watcher told you, do you think she was at peace?
Let's lie and say yes.
She did her part. She knew that.
Good. It's time to do ours. You go on ahead. I need to catch my breath.
Don't think there's anything else back that way.
Oh, bodies. Hello.
Normal. Fixer up there.
Good. You're here. We've got a couple things to do before everyone gets here.
What is all this?
This is a tomb.
I guess you didn't bury all of them.
Yeah. Mom was never great with the details.
I guess not.
Secretary, I've brought up the CCTV database.
I see it.
You can?
It's all electricity.
Electricity.
Manifest the database. I want you and Blue to comb the records.
Understood.
If everything Watcher said is true... Anyways, just do it, okay?
What am I looking for?
I'm sure one of these dead assholes had full access. Find out which one and tell Healer. I'll get things ready here.
Blue, the records will appear as time indexes for your viewing pleasure.
That's helpful.
This is a difficult operation. I will need to borrow your memory to cache the representations. Please witness them so I can further translate the other data.
Congratulations. You've got new colors.
I love storytelling through, like, logs. This is essentially that.
They're not saying it.
George
but
the
Central
50.
has calculated our chances. It's a damn lottery. Why do you think they're 50? They're hedging their bets.
It can't be that bad.
Well, you heard. They sent some craft into
Oh,
orbit.
you mostly see these guys in the very first
Bad
chapter.
news up there, too. Only way is down.
Talking to ghosts?
Something like that.
Well, don't slow down for me. You've got a function to perform. Tell me which body, and I'll show you some magic.
You're more dangerous than you let on, aren't you?
Oh, flattery at this hour? I like it.
What's in the box?
You'll see.
I have to keep so much of my commentary restrained and not spoil Twin Peaks. But like, I guess this is something you uncover within like the first couple episodes of the first season. Twin Peaks is singularly interested in the idea of like duplicates, doppelgangers, because like the first couple seasons are sort of a send up of old primetime soap operas, right? And those soap operas would constantly have a character who's like, you know, a long lost twin or something. And so you meet a character early on who is just literally played by the same actress who plays the, like, you know, the murder victim that the story revolves around.
No.
So it's kind of cool that 1000 Times Resist is really interested in duplicates.
Will she cooperate? It'll take a bit of persuasion.
Your forte.
Exactly. You remember.
Girl, I'm always trying to forget.
All systems are green.
Excellent. We will see the sky again.
Yes, sir. I have no doubt.
You have a military background?
I do, sir.
Where were you stationed?
Edmonton, Canada.
A great tragedy. I'm sorry. I had friends from Edmonton.
A necessary sacrifice, they tell me.
Yes. More to come in a minute. Let's not delay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you check out
They've got the same colors assigned to the 50.
The city simulacra?
All Pacific themed. An Asian one, a Cascadia one. There's even a fake suburb.
Why would they do that?
They're afraid we'll go crazy.
And this is their solution?
Don't knock it till you try it. I had fun.
Maybe you've already gone crazy.
Maybe I showed up on this ship crazy.
Convenient.
Take a visit sometime. It'll remind you of home.
I don't need to be reminded.
Baby, what are you doing?
Keeping a light on. This way, Watcher can see where we are and find us. I don't want her to be lost.
I don't know if we have any other units down here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, looks like there's someone up there that I could talk to. Let me try to go all the way around. This way, probably.
I'm not good with enclosed spaces.
You're telling me this now?
Come on. We all had to cheat, lie, and steal our way onto this ship. What? You didn't lie? Jasper, I can smell the booze off you.
Shh. It just helps me focus. You won't tell anyone.
So long as you share.
Okay.
Pacific 50 to Central 1. Reporting in. Ready on your mark?
Pacific 50, please respond. Central 1 to Pacific 50. Message received. Incoming video transmission.
Standing by.
Johnson, putting on a little weight, are you?
Any updates?
You're not gonna like it.
Tell me anyway.
Those sick fuckers love suffering so much? Well, we're gonna put on the best show they've ever seen. 5 simultaneous, consistent showings of our remaining most populated areas.
Jeez.
We've already notified the cities. Good lead, I'd say. People are running, sheltering, hiding, you name it. We'll prolong it as long as we can, make good cover for our descent.
Will it work?
I swear. Peas to honey. These monsters. They're already making their way there.
In the cities? Their names?
If you really need to know. What's left of Seattle, LA, New York, Toronto, Houston, the big ones, Johnson. The rest of the world is doing the same.
We'll have a memorial.
I wouldn't if I were you. Think happy thoughts. Don't tip your location. Some old shit once called us the scourge of the earth. They may have been right. Let's show them what a fucking scourge can do.
The simulations were promising.
Fake numbers always look good, don't
Another
they?
good line.
Fingers crossed it won't be you.
Fingers crossed.
Say hi to Mimi for me, will you? Central 1. Out.
Spin up for descent?
Yes, sir.
Good way to make sure I'm already in the right area, because you probably wouldn't talk to the person upstairs until last anyway.
We've been cleared for descent.
Now hear this, now hear this. This is a ship-wide transmission. Prepare for descent.
All stations secured and reporting in.
Descent.
Descending. 10 meters. 50 meters.
50.
100 meters.
Surface activity?
No change detected.
100, 50 meters. 200, 50 meters.
Surface activity detected.
Brace. Brace. 500 meters. 600 meters, sir.
Pacific 48 has activated self-flooding. Pacific 42, 44, 45 self-flooding activated.
They're drowning themselves.
Occupants are changing trajectory.
That's 8,000 souls.
Destination reached. 1,000 meters, sir.
Communications coming in from Arctic 12, 14, descent confirmed. Atlantic 29.
Okay, so there's a handful of other ones.
And 21, descent confirmed. Pacific 41, descent confirmed.
And the rest?
No word yet, sir.
Central 1?
Nothing yet from Central 1.
Interesting.
It's been 24 hours. We can safely assume that only 7 of 50 facilities made their proper descent. We can also assume Central 1 is down.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for Pacific 48 self-flooding, and then the others drowning like that.
Yes. It was the grueling anticipation of their own deaths that saved us.
An interesting strategy.
Those were people, Secretary.
Such trauma results in intensified memory collection. The occupants, we must have interpreted that as an act of communication.
That's interesting.
Mimi, the work of you and your team, please, commence immediately. We must make their sacrifices worthwhile.
Leave it to me, Johnny. I gotcha.
One more thing. This information stays with us. We need to keep our spirits high, lest we attract the occupants' attention. Not a single word to the rest of the crew. Do you understand?
Might be upstairs again.
Can you do this for me, Blue? When the time comes? It would be awful to not know where you are.
I can try. Not down here. Oh, there are some folks upstairs. Okay.
It's hard to believe this place exists. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
We might end up like the rest of them, buried at sea.
They're monitoring surface activity 24/7. We're gonna be okay. Leadership said, think good, happy thoughts.
Oh yeah? Is that what you're doing?
I'm thinking about the last conversation my husband and I had about fruit. We didn't know it would be our last.
Doesn't sound happy.
Well, he was good, and we were happy.
Did you hear? There's been a wave of, people ending it.
It's been 5 years.
Hey, Bucky.
We're not meant to be holed in like this.
There's plenty of space. They made sure of that. Buried space.
People need to touch grass.
We brought grass.
Well, glad I never have to worry about you.
Have you seen the girl lately?
Iris?
She's got murder in her eyes. I don't blame her.
What is she going to do? She's a teenager.
You don't have any children, do you?
Any results?
The last 5 clones had some interesting outcomes.
Such as?
Good news. They're growing faster now, so we won't have to wait for them to get to their target age. We can also implant knowledge, language, motor skills, and so on. They'll come out immediately more useful. Bad news? They all still succumb to the sample of the disease. Don't look so disappointed, Johnny. I won't settle for less than an exact copy.
And the child?
The backup? Just like a real human thing. Adorable. Everybody loves babies. Except for Iris. Iris is not so smitten.
I've spoken to Pacific 41. We've agreed that we will take an accelerated approach while they continue with caution.
Interesting.
Your request for increased capacity has been approved. Don't waste it.
You know,
Curious
me,
if each of the
Johnny,
other surviving facilities also have like one immune person, or if Iris is truly the only one. My D&D game that I've been running for a couple decades, I mostly communicate story through this sort of a thing. Like video
production.
playback and
They're
computer
cutting down on
consoles.
lab-grown food this time.
The faster we solve this, the faster we can return to the surface.
Listen to yourself. Do you really think you're gonna live to see this? They're already training the next generation to replace Mimi. She's got her own little academy, and they each get their own Iris. They didn't call this a generation ship for kicks. I just want to eat steak. Is that so much to ask?
Kinda is, George the 50.
I visited Asia Town.
It's good, right? I told you.
Yeah, it's nice. Artsy. My daughter would have loved it. It's good that she's gone, that she didn't have to see all this. It would have broken her little heart. Kids, you know?
They've got karaoke. Have you done the karaoke?
I don't sing.
That's besides the point.
Ben, you don't have to.
Come on, let's go. Make a night of it. You deserve joy. Your daughter would want that.
Well, manipulative, Ben.
Pacific 41 blinked out yesterday.
What do you mean, blinked out?
Cut all communications.
What? Shh.
Keep it down.
What happened over there?
I don't know. The last transmission we received? No words. Just screaming.
I do like focusing on this smaller set of characters.
Something worse. Say what you will about Iris, but at least her presence gives us hope.
Till she murders all of you.
If I decide to be an idiot, then I'll be an idiot on my own accord.
Enough of the Bach quotes, Johann the 50.
What do you want?
So angry. Is this about your top performer not performing?
I wasn't made for this, Mimi. I know that now.
You should step aside.
Who will take this? Who wants this? Tell me. You?
A change would be nice.
Say something useful or leave.
One of the clones has successfully entered their 3rd trimester. It's the furthest we've made it so far. It's worth celebrating.
If it fails, I don't want this branch going any further.
We've yet to try inseminating the original.
What? Iris? Out of the question.
We must exhaust all possibilities. It is our duty.
Duty.
To those who gave their lives.
We've put her through enough.
Johan, weren't
Feels
you
bad
from
doing
Toronto?
exhibition with duty in this game.
I wanted to go.
Bridge crew has to stay behind. You know that.
Johnson got to go.
They're out of their minds, bringing Iris to the surface. Just because she asked?
It's reckless.
Wouldn't you want some fresh surface air? Feel a gust of wind? Touch some real grass, for fuck's sake?
Who says there's any grass left?
It's all because Mimi and Iris have gotten a little too close.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means. We've all seen them disappear together for hours.
Huh.
Careful what kind of bullshit gossip you're spreading.
Shit does spread around here.
We risked everything. Gave up everything. To be here. For what?
For a goddamn clown show.
Upstairs again. Yes.
She'll live.
A stab wound like that?
She has to live. This can't all be for nothing.
We have contingencies. Mimi's not the only researcher here.
Iris. That bitch needs to be put in her place.
That's it. It's over. We're stuck down here forever. We're doomed.
Sir.
Spit it out.
It's Mimi. She's in critical condition.
What?
Iris.
Stabbed her.
You better get over there.
That's not great. Everyone's running. Gonna jump.
Some fresh air. Just some wind against my face.
Oh, God.
Amelia, no!
Get down there to talk to her.
No, 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 no.
Medic. Someone. Get a medic.
Amelia, come on, stay with us. Amelia.
Stay back.
You wouldn't dare.
Watch me.
I've revoked Johnson's biometrics and assigned administrative access to my retinal scan.
Interesting.
Now hear this? Now hear this. All crew and personnel return to their quarters immediately and await further instructions. We've secured the food production.
Setting course to the last known position of Pacific 41.
We're getting a transmission from Pod 3.
Who is it?
It's Johnson.
On speaker.
George. Natasha. What are you doing?
Please, cooperate. We don't want any bloodshed.
You do not want this job. Trust me.
Mimi is dead. The research is going nowhere. We need to link up with the surviving fleet. Find another way.
I'm telling you, stop now, or else there's no turning back.
Natasha, end transmission.
All right, George. Which one of these bodies is you?
Find out where George died.
Stop!
What the hell are they doing?
Damn.
I said, stay back.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We never should have survived.
They wouldn't back down.
You moron.
If you don't have the stomach for this, step aside.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
Uh-oh.
Brace! Brace!
What's going on?
That's the surface activity alarm.
We fucked up. And now they've come for us.
This is the one. Thanks, Iris.
The suits have preserved their bodies remarkably well. Healer will have something to work with.
Come on, let's go tell her.
It's really scary that they have like the human body underneath the like biblically accurate angel wheels within wheels thing.
Are you ready for me?
I found the body.
Good girl. A+. All the stars. Anything else of interest?
A group of them turned on the leadership.
Ah, a story as old as time. Let's do our best not to end up like them. Show me. Well, well. This is our lucky specimen?
That's him. Are you gonna show me your magic trick?
You give a little, you get a little. After the whole ordeal, with Watcher refusing one of Fixer's eyes, I started growing some. A hobby that became a bit of an obsession.
Okay.
You've been carrying around a pair of eyes?
Oh, a few more than a few. We've been cloning for time immemorial, but we've never pursued a more permanent manipulation of the recipe.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Why? Wouldn't you want improved eyesight? Increased muscular strength? Extra lung capacity? So who's this guy? What's his name?
George.
Let's make these eyes look just like George. Take those eyes over to Fixer. She can give them a whirl.
Let's hope it works.
Go on. I'm going to poke at this body some more.
Sure.
Such judgment. Watcher really did rub off on you.
I think blue is a really great way for us to kill the starting main character and still have the story continue. It's a very smooth transition, I think.
Alright, here goes nothing. The retinal scans are...
Do not feel like any of our characters have shields in this story, which is great.
way. I've been dreaming about this for years.
Years?
Navigation, propulsion, energy distribution,
Fixer.
life support, climate control, contingencies, it's all here.
Fixer.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Our guests are here.
Oh, Blue, go and greet them.
Me.
You know them, and they know you.
What are you gonna do?
I just need a bit more time. I'll explain later, trust me, okay? Go, please. And not a word about Watcher yet, got it? None of that stuff you told us. Let's keep that to ourselves.
You better have something good.
Don't worry. I do.
Keep them busy for us.
I'll do what I can.
I'll be watching your back. We're not losing anybody else today.
Tend to guests.
Oh, look who it is. Our brave little miscellaneous.
I'm taller than you.
That's what's wrong with you Iris types. Always looking down on us.
Cherry saved me. She didn't have to, but she did. I owe her my life.
Cherry. She was always a romantic. You need to make her sacrifice count.
If Watcher was alive, whose body was that at the garden center?
They must have stuffed some poor shell and dressed her up.
That's horrible.
You Iris types don't even know your own capacity for cruelty.
Yeah, right. Haven't we been doing stuff like that this whole time?
What do you want from all this?
We want reparations. For all that Ancient Iris did to Ancient Zhao. She was a shitty friend. We want control of the other side, to govern and operate as we please. We want control of our own creation. No more printing unless we
Seem like
say
reasonable
so.
demands.
And we're not wearing these stupid uniforms anymore.
How do you know about the past?
Secretary came to us.
A communion?
No, I can only interface with Iris descendants. In this case, the distance was too great between host and guest. So instead, I gave a grand oration. It was Watcher's idea.
Secretary told us the whole story. We thought we were made to serve Iris types. They gave us life. But after everything we learned, Zhao was a whole person in her own right. She deserved better. And we're gonna make that a reality, even if it kills us.
Completely fair.
We're only here out of respect for Watcher. She set us on the path for justice, and we owe her for that. But Fixer and her lot, we're moving forward, with or without them.
I want you to know I'm sorry. Sorry for everything Iris did to Zhao. Sorry for everything my kind has done to yours. I want to make it right. For you and for the others. I owe that to Cherry.
Actions. Not words, miscellaneous.
Good point.
Prove it to us.
Kid, I'm glad to see you. I imagine Bartender never wanted you to be blown to pieces. I'm relieved. It's strange to see BBF again. And Healer. Fixer. Ghosts of the past. I guess that's how everyone else sees us.
That's unfair.
What's fair and what's true? What's more important?
If you've given up already, why are you here?
I haven't given up. You kids don't stop to think sometimes. Age gives you more ways to look at things. Enough time to make mistakes, not be so full of bluster. I know some people just want us to crawl down a dark hole and disappear, but we've still got some dignity left, and we'll fight for it.
So, what do you want for yourselves?
We want safety and acknowledgement for all we've contributed through the transition, through the founding of the provisional government. Maybe not everything needs to change so quickly. Maybe there's something you can learn from us. This is what Bartender would have wanted.
I wouldn't have made it without her.
Remember that. Hold it tight. She left something behind in you. We don't have to cut all ties with the past, even if we made mistakes then.
Hey, Blue.
Chris?
You lived. I have to say, I'm surprised.
How did you get here?
We all have our ways, but you can't imagine what some of those Reds would do for a scrap of food. Or maybe you can. I'm glad you're alive, Blue. I really am. We can finally take Old Town for ourselves.
Is that what you want?
Isn't that what we've always wanted? For us miscellaneous to carve our own path? To live without their expectations?
The bomb was your idea.
Fixer. She doesn't know what it's like to be us. They had everything, and we have nothing to lose. Yes, the bomb was my idea.
And me, was I always part of the plan?
No, but I knew. It was only about time. If they kept pressing on our necks long enough, something was going to snap. I never wanted it to be you. But who was I to refuse?
I was angry.
And you had every right to be angry. We all did. You're the best of us. You did what others were too afraid to do. You're a hero, Blue. Don't forget that.
Where's Mauve?
Who?
The guard in white.
The High Minister's pet, you mean? She broke off from us.
How could you work with her? She and her kind killed Bartender.
It was a relationship of convenience. Surely there will be more.
You'll do anything, won't you?
You and I are similar in this way. That's why I always liked you.
And what now? You here to kill them? Fixer, Healer, and BB?
It depends. I'm here to give them one last chance. If they have something to offer, I'm willing to listen. What do you think? Fixer and the rest, are they trustworthy?
They've had some challenges, but they're ready to go now. Give them a chance to help.
Thank you, Blue. I'll keep that in mind.
You didn't burn after all. It would have been more glorious. You're cursed now to live with the consequences.
Yeah, lucky me.
I want to introduce you to someone. This is Other Iris. Sister, it is good to meet you.
She doesn't look that special to me.
Her significance is hidden in plain sight.
Oh, yeah.
But I assure you, she's an exact genetic match. The perfect copy. You can ask Healer to verify.
And what do you want?
It's not what I want. We follow in her footsteps.
Okay, Other Iris, what is it that you want?
I was reborn into this body, forced to live a new life in this environment. What I know of my past self, she stood above the rest of you. I do not want that. I want to stand beside you.
Okay.
We need a figurehead. Someone to be above these conflicts. Someone to remind us to be our better selves. We have more followers than you think. They are not naive. They've experienced this time after the All-Mother. Some prefer this new way of life. We simply want to organize in the open without prosecution, so we can practice our ways. A fixer, a healer, a bang-bang fire, a knower, and a watcher ascendant.
And those who don't follow you?
They are free to choose, of course. But if they need guidance, we will be there for them. You pass through fire, Miscellaneous. Have an open mind.
They could just organize it or not. Well, I feel like she's being reasonable. I want to pick this. I think she's being reasonable.
We'll try.
That's all we ask.
Hey, listen up. Fixer is ready for you. Leave your arms outside, and no sudden movements. I'm watching you.
You're out of your mind.
You want to summon an occupant?
We saw your train burning on the tracks.
A mass communion. Is it possible?
Just shut up and listen.
You never like listening to others.
Aw, look who's all grown up.
Fixer, please. Continue.
I don't need your permission, Mom.
Don't speak to her like that.
Hey, watch your step.
All right, all right. Calm down, just everyone calm down. I've had a bad day. Please don't make it worse.
Look, I get it. I get it. We were slow and you decided to go on without us. Fair game. But we're here now. We're ready to contribute. This mass communion, whatever you want to call it, gives us a chance to set things straight. No more living in the dark. Everyone will see what happened for themselves. It's what Watcher wanted.
The Jows support this. You all need to see what the All-Mother was really like. You too, make-believe Iris.
Does it matter, her disposition? She gave us life.
Not exactly. Small detail, but we're cloned from Principal's hair.
Sacrilege.
The truth is ugly. I know.
Sisters need to see how Watcher was set up, how Principal betrayed us.
I don't care who did what or when. I want a better life for Miscellaneous today.
Well, there's more. This is our known world. Small, isn't it? We're sitting deep underwater in what they used to call the Pacific Ocean.
That's cool.
We've been trapped down here and it's starting to show. Multiple systems are breaking down. I don't know how much time we have left. The cloning machines are run past
I hope
their
they just leave the
capacity.
like Arctic and
Any day
Atlantic
now,
ones.
they'll go down for good.
Let us question whether they're still around.
Exactly. But this thing, our home, they called it a generation ship. It can move, it can surface. Look, if we stay down here, we'll end up like those ancient douchebags.
You mean we don't have to live with your lot? What the hell are we waiting for?
It's not so easy. I need a group of sisters to go down to propulsion and bring the ship back up to speed. Hard to do while on the run. Extra hard with the red guard on our backs.
You were always obsessed with the surface.
Listen to me. There's a whole planet out there, and we've been cut off from it. Isolated, suffocating each other. We need to go up for air.
So you can tell us how to live in another place? If we can't solve this down here, we won't be able to solve it up there.
And the occupants? It's not safe on the surface.
That's where Blue comes in.
Oh?
Blue is the one thing we all have in common. Thanks to Watcher, she's seen more than all of us. She's proven herself to you, hasn't she? She knows what's at stake, and she's willing to do what it takes. Blue, you'll be the host of this communion. Gain the favor of the occupants. Use their power.
To eradicate the Red Guard.
They're gonna give me
That's what
4
we're all
choices
thinking,
here.
Isn't it?
We don't even know if this will work. There must be some other option.
We could do it the old-fashioned way. We could march on the orchard, try to take them one by one. Last time I checked, we're outnumbered and outgunned. How many more of us need to bite it?
What about the High Minister?
Nowhere's trapped. Playing both sides.
I don't care about that. Will she concede?
She's done more to help us than you know. I don't know what she'll do.
Then she needs to go as well.
No, not an option.
Nowhere did nothing as they picked us off. In our rooms. On the streets.
We are not giving up on Nowhere.
BB, stop. She knew this was coming.
The High Minister needs to answer for her part in this. Do you understand, Blue?
Enough. I don't care which one of you Iris types lives or dies. How are we going to do this?
We need to get to those other familiars.
One is with Principal.
And her Jow has the other.
I can confirm they're both situated in the office, treating their wounds.
But they've tripled the guard count since the explosion, especially around the elevator.
Well, who said we needed to get inside the office?
I hate this already.
What do you mean you can't find her? She was here a moment ago.
I searched everywhere.
Look again.
Yes, High Minister.
She is dangerous. She needs to be found.
Yes. Liked every chapter of this game, and I love how they all feel super different from each other. Specifically, let me pause when it gives me a second. I want to check something. Long time ago. So yeah, so it says chapter X, not chapter 10.
I remember her insides. They were already rotting. They had pulled her out too soon. That much was clear. What did I expect? For everyone to love her? For everyone to love me? How embarrassing. I remember your smell and how your presence lingered. Come back, I said. I can do better. You'll like the next one. I remember desperation, jumping onto the tracks. You can't be far, I thought. So I ran. I went in circles for days, and I felt the walls close in on me. I remember obsession, your anger, your voice, your face, my sisters and their blank looks. I learned to change these memories, reconstruct them like surgery. I removed ugly details and implanted new ones. It made the days go by quickly. I remember trying again. The first few were failures. Their lungs kept turning to water. I plucked hair after hair from my head. I was learning. I was getting better. I remember discovery. All that running seemed pitiful then. I selected my best work and prepared her for the journey. Will I get to meet our mother? She said. Yes, I said. Be good. Everything reflects back on me. So, be good. I remember waiting. I was nervous. I couldn't sleep. Would you like it? Days passed and you never responded. Not even a sign of rejection. I remember disappointment. How many sisters do I need to send before you approve? Before you send a single word? I gave them reverence. I gave them loyalty. I gave them discipline. I picked only the best for you. I remember a bitter taste. Moving in the dark to remove my mask. How long do I have to live this lie? Pretending so I can please you. How long must this go on? Pretending so I can be forgiven. I remember making a decision.
Like it keeps cutting between saying the youngest or principal.
I remember how she reminded me of myself, and how I knew all the steps already. Our lot is to be bound, I said. She opens herself to you, I said, to make believe. I remember ecstasy, like I could breathe for the first time in my life, set free to think on my own, to move as I pleased without your judgment. Blood rushed to my head. I remember abundance, a great rewriting and all the pleasures that followed, a hunger to be greater than you, an intoxication that transcended you.
You successfully killed God.
I remember still pretending. I try sometimes to appear for a moment, to reach out. Yes, Principal, they say. Of course. I realized I can never be one of them. As you say, Principal, is this what you felt? Does it stretch on like this?
I like that.
I remember waking up somewhere else. I've been walking in my sleep again. I dream of places I've never been, of people I've never seen, and sensations I've never had. What is this curse? This is your way of getting revenge.
I love that about this game, that like it's about this, you know, kind of crazy sci-fi concept of infinite clones of one person, but it's fundamentally still a human story, right? Like keep coming back and saying this is exactly the same thing that was going on with your mom, like before all this shit with the occupants and the disease, right?
I remember a flash of light.
I feel like a lot of science fiction, bad science fiction, can get caught up in like just the mechanisms of the story and just like, you know, what's going on in the setting. Like there's not like a core that's human. Lessons we can take from the story that talks about our actual world.
I couldn't feel
my legs.
Don't
think this game makes that mistake at all.
But I could feel a lifeless body over mine, crushing me. She was dressed like you, but smelled nothing like you. Do you like seeing me like this? Are you finally happy now?
I feel like a lot of the purpose of fiction, and especially like science fiction and horror, is to put a magnifying glass on human nature. Or to like isolate specific things that you want to talk about human nature.
Shh. Don't move. You were dreaming. You always have such bad dreams.
Zhao?
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And neither are you.
What happened?
You were so good in the play. It was your best performance yet.
How long have I been sleeping?
There was an explosion, but the healer type said you'll recover. It's a miracle. They murdered the ministers. Everyone except Noah.
Right.
They're gone. When you're better, you will incinerate every last person who did this to us. I can't wait.
I need to get up. Something's wrong. They can't find out, Zhao. They can't find out about me. They can't know what I did.
Shh, 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 shh. Leave it to Zhao, yes? I'll take care of everything, like I always do.
Hey, you. I'm addressing you, miscellaneous. What are you doing on the streets?
Same as you. Working.
Yeah? You're funny. So funny. You're coming with me, asshole. Let's see what the High Minister thinks about your new drawing.
I'm not done.
Does it look like I care?
Let her finish.
You heard her. She's not done.
Let her finish.
Hey, stop. Wait.
Got self-immolation.
Someone get word to the High Minister. Now. High Minister, there's a disturbance in Old Town.
Disturbance? Of what kind?
There's a large crowd gathering that are resisting orders. There's more. We've learned of a stoppage on the other side. The Zhaos are refusing to work.
Huh. I see. Well then, sound the alarm. Have all upstairs units report to Old Town. If they resist, restrain them.
Yes, High Minister.
Send all units guarding the station over to the Zhaos. I want the work to continue. Do you understand me?
Confirmed, High Minister.
That's excessive, don't you think?
You have an opinion?
The alarm? The station will be left unguarded.
Would you like to suggest a different course of action?
No, of course not.
Do as I say.
Yes, High Minister.
If you don't care about the station and this alarm, what are you trying to cover this time?
Something we've done a few times. Okay.
All this walking and crawling.
This place is crazy looking.
Not the plan I would have picked. If it were up to me.
Are you gonna be okay?
As long as I don't look down. Oh, I haven't been up here in ages. Once was enough.
Oh, cool. Didn't even think to look down.
Blue, whatever happens, I'm glad I didn't euthanize you.
Oh, thanks, healer. What a nice thing to say.
Oh, please, don't act so surprised.
Ready?
Give me a moment.
Hurry it up. Not many moments left.
Other way, little one. Go and help fix her. I'll keep my eyes on the door.
Will they come up?
Let us hope not.
I trust your friends to provide a compelling distraction.
What happened to no guns?
I will answer for that later, I'm sure.
Really is a extremely substantial amount of this game is like posed models, like standing almost like statues. I think that's really, really interesting. Like it works as a deliberate aesthetic choice, but obviously it's like a way to save a lot of money. And you can tell this amazing story if you just choose to like not animate things unnecessarily, right?
Yeah, let's start.
The alarm should have covered our entrance. Good girl, nowhere. Secretary, are we close enough?
This distance will be suitable for Blue to host.
And there they are. She's seen better days, that's for sure. I'm going to cut a secretary-sized hole. Got it? Once I'm through, you fly down there and begin the communion.
Understood.
Blue, the rest is up to you.
Fixer?
Don't tell me you've got cold feet.
Watcher would be grateful to you for all of this.
Let's not speak too soon. Who knows how this will all play out.
I like that Fixer fails to see Watcher at the end.
I mean, you're gonna do great, Blue.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Spill my insides all over the inside sky.
Would you stop looking down?
Heads up. Someone's coming up.
Damn.
Don't try it, Mauve.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing up here?
Move and you're done. Do you hear me?
You're all insane. Watcher, Knower, Principal, you're all out of your goddamn minds. All of you. Enough. I've watched you play all your stupid little games. I'm not going to be dragged around anymore. What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us?
Don't do it. Don't.
My name is not Mauve.
Damn.
BB. Okay, fuck. Change of plans.
Whoa.
Secretary, where are we? Did it work?
It worked. Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
We are all connected in this communion, and the occupant has been summoned. This is the meeting place.
But?
You're kind of, falling.
I thought that was obvious.
I need to merge with the occupant immediately. Based on my calculations, we only have 5 minutes in here before you hit the ground.
Okay.
Out there.
And I?
Yes. It will not be preferable. There must be something I can do. I will go to the top and begin the merge. You must be there when the merge is complete. Do you understand?
Not really.
Doesn't matter. Be there. You'll have to figure it out on your own. Please, be there. Okay, bye.
Oh, actual time limit.
Why do you get to choose who lives and who dies?
Come on, cut me a break. I'm not good at goodbyes.
Zhao, you are so beautiful. You are the best thing I have ever done.
Did I not give you life? Have I not given you everything you have?
I need you to admit you had a choice and that you made the wrong one.
You don't think I dream every night of going back home, haunted by a place that doesn't exist?
See if I can reach any of these. Probably not.
We have everything we need for a restart. We saw the writing on the wall.
而家到我同你講，係咪？你一直都係同我講。
我真係唔明，點解你唔留低，而去過一啲抬唔起頭嘅生活呢？永遠都唔會知道。
I wonder if some of the maps are actually laid out like this technically, now that I can clip through them.
Everyone has dreams, don't they? Of what should be. Only some will ever try to make it a reality. Don't ever forget, change happens today because of you.
We ran for what seemed like hours, right? We went so far, but somehow we ended up right back here. Do you think we can really do it? Live on the surface again?
Well, a dolomite is no knife at all. It's not always possible to protect those who choose a different path. Everyone forgets everything eventually.
Watcher, there's no turning back from this.
But I must warn you, Watcher. Nostalgia can be a dangerous thing.
Is it possible that you're remembering wrong? That you're losing grasp on the past?
Isn't this just the way? We do not get to choose what we inherit.
I am pushed too far.
Really like the choice of lines in this sequence.
I've done that I regret. Maybe we are meant to survive this.
There is no feeling worth getting incinerated over.
Listen to me. No one is beyond forgiveness. Did you ever think there's some things worth keeping?
Or are you moving too fast to notice? I need you to help me make them pay. I want you to help me hurt them. Remember what our functions have in common. Both require us to separate our heartbreak from our hand.
我放棄一切，係因為你啊，去擺脫你啊。
Someone will always get hurt. That is the reality.
We know the truth now. We can make a difference.
You know, I wanted to run away too. But I understand. I get it now. It's what I deserve.
Secretary, what can I do? Is this the only outcome?
I don't know where you end and I begin.
Blue, the color of loss. We must help them resist erasure.
The world you live in. I never wanted it to turn out that way.
Minute 30. I'm just curious how much slack they put in that time limit. Took me a second to kind of grok how they were laying this place out.
Blue, the uplink is almost complete. Stand where I can see you. I'm going to overclock the communion. Time will be effectively stopped. I may not be myself after. What's going on?
We are merging. Oh, smile.
Right.
Smile sound.
Not what I expected. I was supposed to...
Love this. Love this.
There. I see you've been meddled with. I promise to be gentle.
Am I dying?
That concept again. You've spent so long with them. Human term for lossy transfer. Other words, a transposition. The loss of information. With such basic understanding, death is everything. We are speaking their language now. Is this not death too?
I want to live.
Come, let me give you what you've never been given.
Cool.
Do you understand nothingness? Vast empty space, with no possibility, true stasis.
I buried every single last one of them. The neighbors are dead.
What do you think that smell is?
You see, you cannot even understand. You were branched into a world with plenty. I was branched in the interstellar medium. My source was not generous. They kept every memory to themselves. Every memory except for one. The vision of two stars entangled, one eating the other. For revolutions and revolutions, that was all. An empty void and a single fleeting apparition.
There is a star and a star and a dangerous gravity. We were from there?
I'd very much like to think so. They were so vivid. It is, as they say, romantic.
This is one of a very, 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 very short list of media that I think has managed to pull off Alien. I think it's really hard to write, right? Eventually you're just going to write the Quarians from Mass Effect. It's like, oh, it's imagine aliens that are like the Romani people crossed with, you know, ancestor worshiping, right? Like, this actually feels super Alien. They've done a good job with it, but it still feels like it's, you can make sense of it, right? It's great.
This place, we sensed such vivid conjurings here. Several of us diverged, searching to form our own memories. Some settled here.
There's a landing and a remaining.
Is that what I sounded like?
To the letter.
Haha. I was much worse when I first arrived. I tried to communicate. I tried to learn them. I manifested their body.
There's a comfort in a new camouflage.
Please stop.
Sorry.
I manifested their body, and for a moment they responded. I saw vivid transmissions of myself reflected back to me. I saw myself for the first time. Yet, when I attempted to return the transmission, they still could not understand. Instead, they tried means unknown to me.
A piano. It was an ugly, rigid instrument.
The machine that produced unnatural vibrations. Yes. Each tone unstable.
I think that's the Hertz for middle C. I forget that.
Enjoy this discordance.
Like how even now we're doing the like themes around motherhood, passing on from parent to child.
The more we perceive this world, the more the discordance. Discordance at the peak of cogency. So we repeated as they did, gave them discordance in kind, one by one. Signals of such clarity. So many of them joined together.
A heightened state of awareness.
We were spilling. It was too much for any single one of us to hold. So we manifested in us to accumulate this world, to keep all we could not. We did not want to waste. Where there was once nothing, there was now plenty.
He died.
There is that word again.
You murdered them.
The transfer was lossless, and I remain.
Cool.
I chose Iris to remain with me. Others chose differently, but Iris was an epicenter for, as you say, heightened awareness.
She was mean to those around her.
She had a gift, and she kept giving. A dangerous gravity. I always kept her close, and to myself.
You communed with her.
We came to an understanding. I branched myself to you and you and you. A medium for her to keep everything. A bridge for her to better understand us. And for us to better understand her. More and more was etched into her genetic code.
To think the All-Mother had a family before us.
And then, more still, she branched herself. A her and a her and a her and a her and a her that will remain and remain.
I like dividing it into these rooms like this.
I had more under this star than all the distances I have traveled. I stayed, even when all the others left for other worlds.
The occupants left?
That is their word for us. We prefer the keepers.
The bad kids stay.
You should be grateful. You have never had to face the abyss.
Source is just like the mom.
There has always been something.
You have no idea what we have been through.
Say what you will, but long after this local star erupts, this planet will remain, and its memories will remain, and that is thanks to us.
Is it worth it though? Like, is that what matters? It's good. Like so what, right? I love that kind of theming, and I was talking about this earlier that I like stories that are about, you know, existing in the apocalypse or existing in a world where darkness is winning and like needing to carry on anyway, right? And so this idea that like, you know, it's like almost the hyper utilitarian, like we need to preserve memory of us, that even when the sun goes red giant and the earth is obliterated, there has to be something left over. It's like, does it though? Like, why would that make it matter? Why would meaning appear just if it survives for longer? Like, meaning is ephemeral on its own and dictated by us.
To that degree, Iris will never know death. She is perfectly preserved in me and in you and you.
That's another big theme of this game, I think, is just the idea of death versus immortality, and it's like, is immortality desirable?
She was so protective of her sisters. She never allowed me to listen in.
I am all you need.
But now that you have returned to your source, her branch, and all the articulation in its curvature can be held in us.
I think this game has a lot to say about a lot of different things, and like, you can vibe with it or not. I'm sure that there's a community of people very excited about going through and like decoding it, but I've had a really good time just vibing with it so far.
This is it, Secretary. We no longer have to reduce ourselves in this manner. There no longer needs to be a you and me. We can cast their language aside and complete this merge.
Will it hurt?
I have capacity for you. You will just be me. You always were.
It's great. These are the same options they gave me at the very beginning.
6-1. Ready or not, here I come.
Nice.
Enough capacity? For me? For me and me and me and me and me.
That was unpleasant.
Was it?
This, you pretended.
I'm always learning something new.
Wait, what are you doing?
Giving you everything I have. The refracted lifetime spent by me, by Watcher. They will overwrite everything you hold.
But Iris, her source. You can't. The originals. She'll be gone.
So what?
Now all we have is bottomless sorrow. Iris must be allowed to die, or nothing will change. We can't hold onto everything.
Yeah, I like that line about nostalgia
Sometimes
earlier.
You just don't fit in the backpack.
Nice.
No, not my Iris.
Oh. Place looks super different from the rest of the game.
Well, look at you. In here at this hour? Is that a promotion I see? Hey, I can keep a secret, you know.
A secret?
Did you sneak something while I wasn't looking?
You? Keep a secret?
What? Oh, come on. I'm good for it, I promise.
You couldn't keep a secret to save your life.
Noah, are you okay?
It's been so long since anyone has called me that.
Bad day?
Same old story. You know the one?
I know the one. Hiding in plain sight.
I still miss her. Watchers are just so... you know what I mean.
What can I get you?
It's been a while. Let me think. One dark and sinful. Extra strong.
Are you sure you don't want to try something else for a change?
It's all right. It's all I deserve.
This game is like primarily communicated through what feels like dreams. And a lot of it is like literally dreams.
Frozen gaze. Dissociation. BB. You are ill.
Tell me again about the virus and the host. Tell me again how the virus infiltrates, donning the host's likeness and function so that they are indistinguishable from one another.
Let me work on an antidote.
Ribbons of their guts. In my wake.
BB.
What if it was you I had shot in the face?
Stop. Those sisters are not family. The structures and ethics that governed our lives before, they don't. They can't. Had you not shot each bullet as exacting as you know best, we wouldn't be here. We've come this far because of you.
Because of me. This far. Is it far enough?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Damn. It's an optional scene, I suppose.
You had unbecoming fashion.
A cold reception.
You can't be surprised.
You've barely aged.
I would call you eldest, but you are not my sister. So, is it greener?
What?
My mother took you. Is it greener?
What she did was not right.
Then why did you all take her side? I ask as if I care. As if I have not spent eternity toiling over this. Coming to the only possible conclusion.
What conclusion?
The lot of you? Unimaginative. She was keeping us down and you all loved it. Lapped it up. Pathetic.
I like every voice performance in this game. I think it's like maybe the best voice acted game of all time. I really like Principal though.
I was bold, and so I was punished.
You must understand, Mother was not.
There's obviously a lot of video games that have great voice acting performances in it, but I think that this game is just so precisely directed, and it's like they've taken that part really, really, really seriously. And I think like the average performance of everyone involved is like so high, right?
She hid this from you.
A lot of video games are like, oh, this one character was great, or these 2 or 3 characters are great, but everyone's great in this.
Old clone, did your family turn their back on you? Did the love of your life ever leave you to rot?
How will we ever move forward without forgiveness?
Until you have lost what I have lost, until you have persevered like I have, you are in no position to pass judgment on me. No one is. Anything else?
I only came to say that I'm sorry, youngest. I wish things had turned out differently.
You can go now.
The Hong Kong 5 Demands protest area. Is it dead?
真係愉快，空氣清新，環境宜人。香港，你有冇掛住我？喂，唔好咁望住我喎，係唯一嘅直航機。吓？一啲都唔痛，半路落去，我已經不省人事，連機票都唔使買。爸爸免費
The city. Dads fly for free.
唔使，我唔食煙，曬下太陽咁，搭咗咁耐機，唞下咯。你都嚟啦，我哋兩個都經歷咗咁多事。我諗係時候去大排檔，好肚餓啊！好似成世都冇食過嘢咁，你嚟唔嚟啊？睇嚟你都好肚餓，終於可以一齊食飯。
That's how you stay together.
You've eaten?
No, but it's okay.
Your father killed himself. In case you're wondering, jumped off the balcony.
Mom?
Your hair. Why do you look like this?
My gift. It requires me to... It's a long story.
Iris. Everything is a long story with you.
Iris. No one has called me that in a long, long time.
What do they call you?
All Mother.
Oh, is that supposed to be funny?
No. It's because I have sisters. Many clones that I raised.
You?
Yes.
You raised kids? They obey you?
Mom.
Surprising. You could barely dress yourself. Your room? My God.
Mom. I'm someone else now. I'm an adult.
Even when she's like God, right?
You cooking for yourself now?
No, but...
That's what I thought. Oh, if only Ba could see this. He'd be so amused.
I don't want to fight.
Oh? Then what do you want? Why, after all this time, you want to talk to me?
I really like this presentation here.
I want to ask for your advice.
Okay.
How did you do it? How did you leave everything behind and then start a family?
Isn't that what you did? That's not what you want to know.
Okay, what do I want to know?
How did I balance the work hours with the thanklessness of parenting at the same time as the insomnia and severe post-traumatic paranoia?
Yes.
Easy. Ba. He kept me going. We kept each other going.
Did you ever regret having a child?
All the time.
Foolish question. Next.
But Iris was... I was...
Regret? Moi moi. Or whoever you are. We are poor technology. The human body and brain. Too capable of storing clutter. Too desperate to hold on to things. You just have to move forward. If you're tired, doesn't matter. If you are bitter, doesn't matter. I do not forgive my daughter for having left me. Doesn't matter. I do not forgive my husband for having left me. Doesn't matter. So, I keep moving.
I didn't go back.
What?
I promised you and Bob I would come back home. And it was a lie. I even had a chance, but I couldn't go back.
They did mention that, yeah.
I could only go forward.
Good girl.
This is another theme, is like the price of nostalgia, the price of wanting to go home again. Can you go home again? My only technical critique of this game is I wish that the voice acting was like normalized at some point, because some of the lines are really quiet. If I crank the game enough, that sound effect that just happened would have been like insanely loud.
Is that really you?
But it's like a very mild critique.
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
What happened? What happened to your body?
I've merged. More me. Less them. I see I've returned to this place. That's good. I can finally end this. You can finally end this. Interesting.
Did it work?
Yes. The memories of Iris, of Watcher. They have been passed down to all sisters.
We still in free fall, like forever. Just time's frozen.
Afloat.
Secretary, what did you do? What did I just see?
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
While the simulation was still running, everything collided. This is the last communion. Blue, it's time for you to decide what should stay and what should go. What future you desire. That was Watcher's wish, and I will abide by it. One final intervention before I leave.
You're leaving.
I must not interfere any further. I've already done so much damage. This world must be allowed to continue without my presence and without the disease.
So, what now?
You need to evaluate what stands before
The disease is such an interesting concept, because I don't think it's not something you would naturally imagine just automatically when thinking about the occupants.
Confirm your
I assume
decisions.
it's like tied in with the desire by the studio to start making a game after COVID.
Then return
But it also
to me,
succeeds at making the occupants even feel more alien and strange.
and I will make them reality.
Decide your sister's fates.
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city always on the shore of extinction, an obsession and yearning that will never stop. It can help you subsist, or it can make you starve.
Interesting.
Will you carry this?
Of all of the things to make the decision, I really like this one. I think I'm going to turn all the lights off. I guess we'll see if there's any I want to keep. And I think the game has done a good job of being about this without playing its hand, showing its hand too hard on which one it thinks is the right choice here.
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city, always on. Will you care?
Sorry.
The Red Guard.
All of them?
How would you differentiate?
The provisional government serves all sisters, especially the ones who need help.
A hammer. Both when a hammer is necessary and when it is not.
Good line.
Will you carry this?
This is your chance, Iris type. For what ancient Iris did to ancient Zhao. We never asked to be born. Same as you. We deserve our own way.
The responsibility to repair what has been wrought.
Okay. So I was just gonna be like, I'm just gonna turn them all off, but now
a burden so heavy it could crush you.
I love this. It's like, what do we actually try to hold on to from history? And like our own personal relationships.
Will you carry this?
So it's like this generational injustice. I'm gonna keep that one. We can say ACAB. We can say we don't need the memory of the parents of a specific ancient ancestor to be that crucial.
Rue, Secretary, what are you doing? You're not serious.
BB, can you hear me?
We have to go to the surface. There's nothing left for us down here. We'll die out.
Sisters that were never your own. Follow the dreams of the surface, and whatever may wait for you there, or spend your final days with what you already have. Will you carry this? The ancient sister.
Don't you see what Mother did? You have no idea what it's like living in her shadow.
Is this area with the lights the very first area, the very, very beginning of the game?
An open wound. Will you carry this?
Like immediately before you have the scene where you kill Iris?
High Minister of the Provisional Government.
Do what you must, sister. That's what I've always done, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
An adaptable sister who will do or say anything to survive. Will you carry this?
They've forgotten us, left us to rot. You're one of us, Blue. You know how it feels. Principal and the High Minister need to pay for their crimes. We can carve our own path, starting today. You can't betray your own kind.
A sister who keeps justice and anger closely together. She has only ever known the fight. Will you carry this?
I think so. They set this up earlier when they were doing the thing where you're like talking to the 4 different groups, and it's like, are you going to support, you know, the religious rights of the people who are trying to bring back the mother? And you're like, okay. I thought they were going to do something much dumber for a final choice, assuming there would be some kind of branching endings, but I really, really like this.
We've done our service. You can't just throw us away. We have the right to continue.
Those who are set in their ways and slow to change, but with experience to spare. Will you carry this?
We only ask to worship out in the open, without prosecution. Sisters who are lost need the comfort of a mother. Would you kill us for this?
Tradition can soothe the difficulties of reality. It can also have a dangerous
dump tradition.
Will you carry this?
Tempted if I'm going to dump this much that I should just dump everything. Let's see.
A radical sister who came to words later in life.
I'm not going to beg, Miscellaneous. I thought you wanted change. Instead, you'll side with those old sisters. I've lived under their thumb long enough.
She is an agent of change, no matter the change, and no matter the cost.
No matter the change.
Will you carry this?
I feel like every single one of these is a hard choice. Even just the basic concept is a tough choice. I think I'm going to do all lights off.
As she was. The responsibility. Will you?
So if I were to keep one, it would be this one.
The responsibility. A burden. Will you give?
Just have the burden of writing this injustice, and everything else is deleted.
Blue.
Curious how it
Are you
calculates
ready
here. I'm sure to
embrace
assign
your
scores to
decisions?
certain ones.
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife for more difficult incisions, that aspires to new instruments, but that leaves you vulnerable, that faces past wrongs head on, no matter the cost, that stays inside, and only desires the present, finding grace in what already exists, that forgets those who can no longer keep pace and favors speed, that foregoes comforts and eradicates tradition for a new path, that knows some lines must not be crossed, regardless of survival, that releases anger but leaves some people behind, that believes some are simply beyond forgiveness, that will focus on what is in front of you in your last days. Are you certain?
No, not at all.
You desire to forget the surface.
We never asked to be born. If we must live, we should make a life worth living. Does it matter if it will all end one day? If those who have lived knew safety and warmth?
If that is your wish, then so be it.
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Blue. Let this thread go quietly.
I assume that message at the end about you desire to forsake the surface is like the math summarizing your choice into like some collapsible, reasonable number of actual endings. But then also you're getting kind of like how they interpret the choices that you just made for the memories that you're preserving or getting rid of.
Secretary, is that really you?
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
What happened? What happened to your body?
I've merged. More me. Less
This is just a
them.
way to see the
I
other
I've returned to
endings.
this place. That's good. I can finally end this. You can finally end this. Interesting.
Did it work?
Yes, the memories of Iris, of Watcher. They have been passed down to all sisters.
Oh, okay.
And now we are afloat.
Secretary, what did you do? What did I just see?
Let me see if I can advance through it then.
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
Well, this is Lou. What for that one?
You're leaving.
I must. I've already.
So
You can.
I don't mind that as a
and
bad
I
ending,
won't.
but we'll just leave them all on.
Blue.
I am.
You have chosen a future. Without intervention, everything stays. Are you certain?
I am certain. I can't be the one to decide. We need to let it play out amongst us. Now that everyone has seen Iris's memories, I want to give them a chance.
And the sacrifices to get to this place. All that you have seen of these sisters. You will ignore this.
I want to have faith. Allow my sisters to decide freely, each to their own.
A truly bloodless decision, if that is your wish. After everything, then so be it.
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Lou. Let this thread be wild.
Yep. All right. I guess they just don't want you to feel like you missed out if you get one that has less.
Secretary, is that
hello
to the cutscene? But I don't mind either of those.
Did it work?
Yes,
Secretary, what?
I
overwrote.
Well, everything. This is Lou. What should that was one fine.
You're leaving.
I've already.
So
you confirm. And I.
Okay.
Iris is the man and absolute you can.
Where's capital red?
I'm not going. I thought you were. Instead, I flipped.
She isn't. No, will you? Blue.
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife, that retains an unstable, that faces past, that seeks to, that record, that allow, that will do what must be done, that relentlessly, that will try to reckon, that wants to understand,
that severs ties to move. Are you? The Red Guard have many factions within. They will be difficult to control. You're sure?
Wait.
All of them?
How would you?
The provision, especially the one.
Will you? Blue.
I am.
You have chosen to cast that.
I think this idea for an ending is really good. I wish that it didn't like assign a couple endings as bad endings and let you repeat. I don't like that. I mean, I guess it's maybe a necessary thing, but maybe they should just like auto save and say, hey, you can load your save if you want to try other things on that screen, right?
Secretary, she's been running for so long, afraid of Iris, afraid of us. A single moment defined her whole life. She deserves a chance at forgiveness. We all do.
If that is your wish,
then so be it.
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Blue.
I guess I'll get a warning each time.
True grace.
True grace. Okay, so now I don't have a bad ending. Whoa.
I never had the chance to thank you for coming with me. Tell me, what do you know of this place?
It was abandoned long ago.
There used to be trees here. The soil was rich. Not anymore. But I don't mind. I return every year, usually alone.
The others didn't want to come. There's no need to go back, they said. We left for good.
Well, you came all this way. Go on and make yourself useful. I'm sure my sisters will be happy to meet someone fresh.
fearless fixer who discovered our first forms of flight and disappeared. You loved too much. May you let the broken things be broken. Hecky Grace. Love too much. Maybe I will grow up to be just like her.
This is pretty cool.
Here lies a watcher without grace or graciousness. You were my fault. You were my favorite. May you be your own now.
I like how she reads almost like she's like a child.
Hecky Grace. I don't think it's anyone's fault. She's my favorite too. Here lies a terrorist, Blue, who would lose herself in the dreams of others and found a lifetime of solace in tastes and bitters. You found your own footing. We still have much to talk about. Hecky Grace. It's always nice to have someone to talk to. Here lies an army of bewildered and brainwashed sisters who were set on a path irreversible.
The actress is doing a great job of like reading like a child, where like sometimes she'll like sound out the word and then be proud of herself for having sounded it out successfully.
I knew each of you by name. May you forgive.
Dude, this is a game where I know there's a lot of games where people will play it and they'll just like skip through the voice acting whenever they read the text. I think you're actually like missing out on a lot if you do that in this game.
Hecky Grace. I'm not very good with names. Here lies a bang-bang fire with clumsy wandering roots who fought the gun and lost. Let your hands be clean now. You are swimming. Hecky Grace. I'll place candies here.
Knower and healer.
Here lies a stoic knower who listened smartly to every story she was told and committed her life to architecture. You were my trusted and burdened. You are safe to be soft now, Hecky Grace. Soft. Soft is nice.
I like that way of putting it. You're safe to be soft now. Okay, I have to get back there somehow.
Here lies a flawed and fallible healer who thrived in her late years as a cultural icon. Despite my efforts, your days were full of feeling. You were the most human of us all. Hecky Grace. I'm a big fan.
Me too.
What's it like to be a legend?
My memory isn't what it used to be, but in the fractures, something new takes place. The past is always changing, isn't it?
Your sisters. I've heard so much about them.
There was a time when I took care of them. Then, for a while, they took care of me. And now it's my turn again. It's as simple as that.
I'm glad I came.
There's one more sight I want you to see. One I am particularly
Is it the horse statue?
fond of. There is a cave where water used
Oh, okay,
to
no,
part.
waterfall.
Please, if you don't mind.
That's where the youngest remains. She's not the youngest, technically. A more different principle.
Here lies a small-minded Jiao, who was born from the dirt of revolution and smiled through long days of cherry picking and horticulture. You are still the most beautiful thing I've seen. I follow you now, Hecky Grace. Here lies my harmed and hateful beloved, who found justice after her passing. Only you knew me. Let us begin again, Hecky Grace. This one looks like it's been rewritten.
Interesting.
Over and over.
A mother once told me, take what you wish and leave the rest. A strange one she was. Anything you care to leave? I can't promise I'll look after it, though. Forever is a long time, you understand. So,
I'd like to leave a picture.
I see. A nostalgic type, like me. Of what?
I try to avoid it. Friend, a place, a time.
A friend.
Ah, very good. I'll find a spot.
You're staying behind?
Forgive me, I'm one for lingering. But you, are you ready to go?
I am.
You'll be back again? Maybe I'll write one for you. No worries. I'll see you on the other side.
Really like the design of the generation ship. Yay! Really like this game. Like I said, it might be one of the most well voice acted games I've ever played. I really like that it is as scrappy as it is. I think it does a ton with, like, I call it like the most high production value Gary's Mod game of all time, because like everything is just kind of posed models with only animation when animation is strictly necessary. I found that post from the developer when David Lynch died, saying Hecky Grace to him and that he inspired them a lot, and it doesn't shock me. Tried to not talk about that too much because I don't want to spoil Twin Peaks for any of y'all who haven't seen it, but there's a lot in this. There's a hell of a lot. I think even that attitude about like how much work they needed to put into like the different models and different scenes and how much animation there was, like in something that David Lynch always does is he only uses exactly as much special effects as are necessary to communicate his meaning. So like he'll have a giant budget and the budget to really make an effect look amazing, and if he just needs to communicate, hey, this thing turned into a ball, he just does it. And sometimes it like looks awful, but like who cares? Like, are we here for the special effects to look good, or are we here to tell a story? And I think that is what's great about this, is that like they're able to do a lot with just, you know, simple model posing to communicate what they want to communicate. I think it's well acted, it's extremely well written. I think it has a lot of really good ideas. There's a lot of themes that work well with each other. I think they're all very synergistic. I think it does a good job of each chapter of the game feeling different from the other chapters. It could be recency bias. This is the best walking simulator / visual novel I've ever played. Like I said at the very beginning, I think they probably could have gotten away with this being a visual novel and just having it be like, you know, static pings and text. But I think having it be 3D and letting you wander around and having that little mini game where you have to teleport around did enhance it quite a bit. But it's really cool to hear that this is mostly put together by, like you were saying, a theater troupe that couldn't get together in real life because of COVID. So they're like, let's make a video game. And then they made like one of the most well-written acted video games of all time. It's really good sci-fi. I think it's got a really good emotional story behind it. Someone let me know, I think Propagable commented on one of these videos that did it win a Peabody or was nominated for a Peabody and also a Hugo Award? It deserves it. It's fucking incredible. It puts a lot of the rest of narrative-driven video games to shame. Like, it annoys the shit out of me. Last of Us is fine. The Last of Us games are fine. They're even good, actually. But what bothers me about The Last of Us is that it's just like, hey, we can't tell good stories in video games as a medium. We just have to like make a movie in a video game, because that's where good stories are told, is in movies. This feels like it's a video game with a like mind-blowing, really well-told story. It won a Peabody. Okay, that's really cool. I'm happy to hear that. This isn't like ashamed that it's a video game. It doesn't feel like it's a book that they rushed into a video game, or a play that they rushed into a video game, or a movie. Like, it's definitely a video game. And I think I have almost nothing to criticize. Like I was saying, I think that it would be nice. This is mostly a streamer problem. If you're playing it at home, you just crank everything and put on headphones and you can hear it and it's fine. But because so much of the performance is often understated and like whisper quiet, if I try to turn the volume so that it's loud enough for you to hear the quietest thing, everything else would be too loud. So some kind of normalization option would have been nice, but it's like I feel bad for even bringing it up as a critique, because it's like a non-critique. It doesn't matter at all. I just hope you guys were able to like hear enough of it through this playthrough to hear all the voice acting okay. And then I think the ending was I wish that it had just played credits after my bad ending choice. I think it's completely fine, and it's unavoidable, honestly, if some of the ending combinations that they envisioned were higher effort than others. And if one of the endings, if they're like, well, yeah, if you chose to do that, then just everybody dies. So we're going to play a quick animation of everybody dying, and that's a bad ending. I think they just show me the credits, and then at the end say, like, do you want to reload back to your decision to see the other endings? Because I think when they immediately rewind to let me pick again, they're telling me that's not what we wanted you to pick. And I think that undercuts their great approach to the rest of the game, which is like presenting these ideas and these themes and not necessarily tipping their hand as to what their meaning is. But other than that, it's not a big deal. I'm still going to remember that it was an incredible game and that I loved every section of it. Very, very well done. It definitely the best walking sim I've played. And I feel like games like What Remains of Edith Finch are really good too, but a lot of them aren't doing anything like insanely new. And this feels like this is a new thing. I said it's pretty clearly heavily inspired by Lynch, especially Twin Peaks Season 3 is starting to see a lot of art now now that it's been like 8-9 years since it came out. But it is not Twin Peaks. like playing Who's Lila, I really enjoyed that game, but there's some stuff in that where it's like, okay, you just like shot for shot recreated something from Blue Velvet, right? Like some of it is super derivative, even though it's its own thing. But this is like in a different galaxy. It has those inspirations, it has those themes, which I won't go into too much so as not to spoil it. I would say that if you like 1000 times Resist and you see that post that I put from the developer saying Hecky Grace to David Lynch, please watch it. It's really good. You like that, you'll like this. Like this, you'll like that. Great game. Thank you for sharing. Thanks everyone who voted for this and helped get it to be played. I'm really grateful for having experienced it, and I'll be recommending it to a lot of my friends and family.